What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down 3 tips for faster wide receivers to be more successful and to be able to get some more separation. So I hope this video helps you guys out. We're going to be looking at clips here from Jameson Williams, Tyree Kill, and a couple other slot fast wide receivers. So I hope this video helps you guys out. And again, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to get some off-season training with us this year, check out that very first link in the description below. We are traveling out to 5 more states across the country. We've already been to 5 states. We're coming to 5 more. We're coming out to Columbus, Ohio on May 14th and 15th. Then we're going to Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and Los Angeles, California. So if you guys are local to one of those 5 states or would like to travel out, we always appreciate anybody that travels down for our camps. We've had people travel from all over the country, so we really appreciate it, and we'd really love to have you out to our camps. Spots are limited, only 10 to 12 guys per position group, so we're keeping things small so you guys can get as many reps possible for 2 whole days, 4 hours each day. So check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to have you out. Let's get started. So as a fast wide receiver, you got to understand that when you guys are running a double move route, you are extremely deadly and you can get a ton of separation by doing one simple thing, and that is keeping your head down. So whether that is like a hitch and go, whether that's like a dig and go, come back and go. In this case, it would be like a stutter go or a stop and go. To get separation from a DB, it's all about the break point, right? You have to sell the route. You have to be a salesman. But how do I keep separation? And that's where faster wide receivers can be that threat downfield. Fast wide receivers are always known as those quick bubble screen guys. But how can you be that deep threat? How can you be that like Tyree Kill type wide receiver, Jameson Williams, when you could get separation in situations like this? You have to keep your head down and not only think about getting separation, but keeping separation. So for this example, you see how when he drops into this stutter go, right? He does that level change. He drops his hips. He's violent with his feet. That puts the DB on alert. But again, when you guys get to that next level, that DB is extremely talented. He's very disciplined. He's going to be probably just as fast as you are. So when you have a quarterback who's throwing you that ball, you got to explain to him, hey, on a double move, put that thing out there. I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to accelerate for you. Put it to a spot. I will get to the spot. So fast wide receivers, when you guys do a double move, you have to do this. Keep your head down. Focus on driving. If you guys look back too soon after a double move, a hitch and go, come back and go, and you start to look back, you're 50% slower, because when you look back for that ball, your pad level raises. And when your pad level raises, you're not driving as fast. You don't have as much momentum. So let's keep your head, let's drop the hips, let's sell this route, and then let's keep my head down to widen the gap from the DB. A little stop of that DB's feet should get you about 5 yards of separation because you kept your head down after the break and because you're trying to accelerate and widen the gap. It's a mindset. Let's win the race to the ball. Let's accelerate and get past this DB. Let's play this thing again full speed. So first tip for wide receivers, how you can get separation on a double move, keeping your head down and driving after the break. Let's play it again full speed one more time. Great job stuttering. Great job keeping the head down and widening the distance from that DB. That's very technical route right there from Williams. So now, second thing I want to talk about for faster wide receivers is how deadly a tempo changes on your route. So we're going to be looking at like a stop route here. So this is like a stutter go stop, if you will, right? So again, wide receivers that are faster, obviously a DB who, watches any kind of film, knows what he's going up against, knows you're going to be on the quicker side, right? So using a tempo change is a great way to get him to stop his feet, to slow his tempo down, but to be able to get more separation, right? So we come off here, so we see this wide receiver, he comes off, attacks him, tempo change, little stutter, then breaks this thing right off. That little stutter right there, bursting up into a go, forces that guy to have to react, because the stutter, the tempo change, the skip, whatever you decide to do, that's going to force him to react and stop his feet, because he does not want to get beat underneath, right? Nor does he want to get beat over the top. So this is a great move that wide receivers can use. So if you're running like a comeback route, you're running, hell, even like a post route, any kind of route, you could throw a little stutter, a little tempo change with it if it does not take too much time. So let me explain. You see a lot of wide receivers do this. They'll come up off the line, they'll get a DB, and they'll do this little they'll come at him, they'll do this little stutter go, but instead of stuttering, they'll do like a tempo skip. They'll change speeds and they'll slow down, but they take too long. You have to be very quick with your movement. You have to be sudden with your movement to keep timing with that quarterback. You cannot rush it, right? So this tempo change, again, like same thing like the stutter go, right? When you self-fade and you're running, and then you have that little hip drop, and you get that DB to stutter just a tad, and then you're able to accelerate with speed, that forces him to have a reaction. On any route, fellas, you can do this. You stutter, then you go. And then when you stutter and you burst off, I call it going from 0 to 100. And then when you're able to go from 0 to 100 in a short space, that DB is forced to react. And if you have to run an underneath route, like a stop route, like a curl route, comeback, whatever it is, we could get a ton of separation. The whole goal is to get that DB to run full speed. If I can get the DB to run full speed, even if he's faster than me, even if I'm on the faster side as a wide receiver and I'm going up against a DB who is quicker, he does not want to get beat over the top. DB is so difficult because you're pretty much playing in a back pedal and you're guessing. So a good DB, you got to respect it. But when we're coming off and I got a little bit of speed and I can change tempos, I can go from 0 to 100 real fast and force a reaction out of him, I can get separation. It's harder for him to react running full speed than it is for us. Because as a wide receiver, we know when we're breaking. DB has no clue. He's reacting off of us. So that's why it's very challenging. It's very hard to make a break on something when you're running full speed, when you don't know when it's coming. So that's what we have to remember as a faster wide receiver with your routes. Changing tempo can be very deadly because that little 0 to 100 explosion forces a reaction off the DB. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by this wide receiver. Stutter, go, and then breaking this thing off on that stop route. So now we're going to be looking at this rider from Tyree Kill. Main thing I want to understand is a lot of people think that this guy just gets around people with speed. But right now, this is a play where it is very technical what he does, and it is very, very calculated, the move that he's going to use off the line. Okay, so now, as a fast guy, you might be able to get away with it in high school, and you see this a lot with some of the top, high school recruits. You see this a lot with just high school receivers in general. They're usually bigger than a lot of DBs. They're faster than a lot of DBs, maybe more physical, and they just get away with running around guys, right? So that's something that you will not be able to do at the next level. I hate to break it to you, you're not going to be able to do that at the college level if you don't have like 4.2 or 4.3 speed, because every single DB, I guarantee you, will be a sub 4.5 40 guy if you're playing at a certain level like D1 Power 5, right? Which is what I assume a lot of you guys want to play at. And again, if that's not your goal, you might be facing some DBs who still are going to have that caliber speed. DBs probably have to be the fastest players on the field as a collective group. So the days of just running around people are over. So this is a perfect example of that. I guarantee you this DB is probably a 4.4 40 guy that Tyreek's going up against. Again, Tyreek runs like probably what, like a 4.2? That's not the biggest difference in the world. You got to understand that. So it's him running around guys, probably not going to work, especially if the DB's physical and gets hands. So I'm going to play this thing full speed. So Tyree Kill comes off the line, tries to get the outside release. DB jumps to the outside to take it away, and he takes the inside release to restack. That is textbook what you have to do as a faster guy, because this dude, he's expecting the 9. When you're a fast receiver, automatically that DB's thinking fade. Automatically, he does not want to get beat over the top on a fade. So if you come off the line and you go outside right away, what do you think that DB is going to do? He's going to try to go outside and wall him. So if Tyree Kill, because everybody loves to say, oh, he's just fast, he just runs around people. If Tyree Kill just tried to run around, look what would happen. Immediately off the line, he goes to the outside. This DB starts to widen. So if Tyree Kill tries to take the outside release, guess what this DB is going to do? He's going to get hands, going to get right to his hip, and he's going to squeeze him to the sideline so the quarterback has no space to throw. He's got about a yard. And trust me, from a guy who played quarterback and has experience as the receiver as well, that is an impossible throw for the quarterback. That is very, very hard. It's got to be a perfect shot. So when this guy jumps to the outside like this, that's fine. We want to react off of it. Smaller receivers who are fast, you got to be able to react in some situations. That DB jumps to take away your outside release, fine. I could take the inside release. I could swap by. I could take the inside and restack. Now my QB has space to lead me. Because as a fast guy, and we're in a foot race, me and the DB, if that quarterback has space, I won. I should win the rep every single time because that quarterback's going to put it to a spot and we're going to go chase it. So make sure, fellas, as a faster wide receiver, it's not going to fly just running around people. So you have to learn technique. You may be able to get away with it in youth ball, middle school. You may be able to get away with it in high school ball. But when you get to a certain point, you're going to be going up against a guy who's just as fast as you, and your technique is going to matter. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Tyree Kill, reacting to the DB taking away the outside release and taking that inside release and restacking to win on the fade. All right, fellas, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you got any kind of questions, any kind of video feedback you guys would like to see, any kind of videos, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section. We always appreciate the feedback, and it's always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you'd like to come out to one of our 5 off-season training camps that we have remaining this year, we're coming out to Ohio, Chicago, Dallas, Nashville, and Los Angeles. Check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to have you out to one of our camps. I'll see you guys next time.